Hello everyone. Today in this video lecture we are going to see what are the structures present in the ventral surface of brain. Firstly, let me tell you what is the difference between dorsal and ventral. Dorsal means away from the ground and ventral means towards the ground. Like if this is a brain, so this particular part would be dorsal and this particular part would be ventral. So this is the ventral part of the brain which we are seeing. So let's start from the posterior end. So what is this? This is nothing but medulla oblongata, which is generally 3 centimeter in length in case of humans. So this medulla oblongata, as you can see, this medulla oblongata has a median fissure here. It is median fissure, it is inferior median fissure, and opposite end, or we can say at the dorsal end, we will find the superior median fissure. This is the inferior median fissure. Lateral to this fissure there is a pyramid kind of a shape, fibers coming out forming a pyramid like structure, and these are known as inferior pyramid. Just lateral to the inferior pyramid we have other structures in medulla oblongata which are known as olives. Why they are known as olives? Because they are the structures of certain white fibers forming a shape like of an olive. That's why they are known as olive or olivary bodies. Lateral to these olivary bodies in medulla oblongata we have restiformis body. Via these restiformis bodies certain peduncles passed out, and these peduncles get joined with the cerebellum, and these are known as inferior cerebellar peduncles. What are inferior cerebral peduncles? They are the structures originating from restiformis body and which connect cerebellum with the medulla oblongata. Now this medulla oblongata, if we will see in real humans, so this is the medulla oblongata, this is the median fissure, lateral to it are pyramids, lateral to that are olivary bodies, lateral to that is restiformis bodies, and these are the what? Inferior median peduncles, or we can say inferior peduncles. These inferior peduncles do what? Connect the cerebellum with medulla oblongata. These originate from the restiformis body. Now moving upwards, you can see this is the pons varoli, and between the pons varoli and medulla oblongata there is a junction where a band like of a thing is present, and it is known as corpus trapezoidum. Like you can see here, this is a band like structure, it is known as corpus trapezoidum. After that you can see we can see anterior to pons there are certain structures, certain peduncle like structures. These are the part of midbrain. These are known as crus cerebri, and along with the other structures, like if we will see in the dorsal end, this will proliferate till the dorsal end. Like after this crus cerebri, like this is crus cerebri, I will make here. This is a crus cerebri. This crus cerebri has structures like this is crus cerebri, and here would be substantia nigra, then we would be having tegmentum and tectum. So this whole structure is known as cerebral peduncles, and the structure which is visible to us in the ventral end is known as crus cerebri, and this crus cerebri are nothing but a part of cerebral peduncles, and cerebral peduncles are itself the part of midbrain or mesencephalon. And this triangular area which is formed in between these crus cerebri is known as interpeduncular fossa, and in this interpeduncular fossa you can see these bodies, and these bodies are known as mammillary bodies, and anterior to these mammillary bodies there you can see pituitary gland which is connected with the infundibulum. Infundibulum is nothing but an outgrowth from the dorsal end, and it comes from the tuber cinerarium, which is a gray matter. As I forgot in the earlier videos to tell you, so it is tuber cinerarium, a gray matter in the ventral surface from which infundibulum passes, which finally terminates in the pituitary gland. And all these things are between these cerebral peduncles or crus cerebri, which is known as interpeduncular fossa. Anterior to that, you will see these optic tracts which crisscrosses each other and forms the optic chiasma. These are the optic chiasma. After that, you will find olfactory peduncles. These are the olfactory peduncles, and the central depression is known as medial olfactory tract. And anterior to that, we have olfactory bulb. And this whole thing forms nothing but rhinencephalon, which helps us to hear things. This particular thing is nothing a comma shaped pyriform bodies. If you cut these pyriform bodies, you will get hypothalamus. Okay. Also, you will get certain other things also, not hypothalamus. You will get a lot of things that we will study in the upcoming lectures. Now, if we will see the real brain of a human, what we are seeing in this brain, this is nothing but pons varoli, and pons varoli is connected with the cerebellum bellum with the medial cerebral peduncles. Okay. And after this, we can see this kind of a structure, this and this. These are nothing but crus cerebri, and between them we have interpeduncular fossa, where these are mammillary bodies. This is that infundibulum, which comes from the tuber cinerarium, and then we have this optic tract crisscrossing each other, forming the chiasma. Then olfactory tract, median olfactory. This is median olfactory tracts. This is olfactory bulb. Finally, here these are the pyriform bodies. If you will see, this is temporal lobe. Okay, this is frontal lobe, and this is finally occipital lobe, and cerebellum is also here. So this was all about the dorsal surface. Now, if I will tell you about the ventral surface, so let me first crop it out for you. So this is the typical ventral surface of the brain. This is the ventral surface of the brain. Now, how ventral surface looks like, let me tell. So ventral surface, these are nothing but two cerebral hemispheres, and this is the horizontal fissure, this is the ventral fissure. And in this horizontal fissure, which part of dura mater gets in? Falx cerebri, and here tentorium cerebelli. These are nothing but a part of midbrain. These are the superior colliculi, and these are the inferior colliculi. What are these colliculi also known as? Corpora quadrigemina together. Corpora quadrigemina. Now, these upper ones are also known as nads, and the lower one also known as testes. This is nothing but pineal gland. It originates from the epithalamus. This is nothing but cerebellum, and this is medulla, from which what thing arises? Spinal cord. Okay, this was all about this ventral and dorsal surface. You should have a rough idea, but ventral surface is more important because there are a lot of structures which you have to visualize. That's why I make two diagrams of it, one of a real human or animal, and other just a sketch, to make you understand clearly about these diagrams. So what you have to do now, you have to, when you will do the dissection, you have to see these structures in detail, and you have to recall with this video also. Thanks.